Hello friends, welcome back to She's in Her Apron. I'm about to put my apron on, but I thought I would take you guys along today as we cook. Let's make some cookies. Sundays, I like to bake bread, bake a goodie, prep a goodie for continuing like freezer cookie dough balls and things like that. So I thought I would take you along today as we eat and cook and just share with you what we're doing and having. So let's start with breakfast because it's yummy. So Derek made breakfast. He made a yummy omelet. There's bacon and onions and is there tomatoes?
No, bacon, little bacon bits.
So bacon, peppers.
There's onion.
A hot cheese. Is it the
jalapeno cheese?
Oh, yum.
Some garlic.
Look at that.
And look at how fluffy the eggs are and thick.
How'd you do it?
Mayonnaise.
What?
I added mayonnaise instead of milk.
What? Did you see that somewhere?
Yeah.
Mmm. Wow, this is really good. Mmm. So this is our breakfast. So we are having breakfast late. We did wake up a little bit later, probably around 9. And then we just got ready for the day. So it is noon and I'm gonna be starting on bread. And I have other things in mind. On Sundays, I just go with the flow and see what we're feeling and wanting. And then I'll take you along as we prep for dinner because it's gonna be good. So I have many different bread recipes that we use and we love, but my kids are loving the white bread from the Food Nanny cookbook. It's the Food Nanny Rescues Dinner, and I believe this white bread recipe is also in her other cookbook as well. They have been loving this one lately. Usually I do my wheat one, but they're on this kick right now and that's fine. It really does make good sandwich bread. All of them do, but yeah, this is good. I gave some to Felix and Callie when they were here, and they're like, Mom, that loaf didn't even last a day and a half. So they went through it quick. So I'm using active dry yeast, and it comes in, so you could store these on your shelf, and they last a long time. Oh, it doesn't have the best by used by, but this lasts a long time. But I buy it like this, my yeast, and then once I opened it, I stick it in a Ziploc baggie, or you could put it in a container, and I keep it in my freezer, and it stays fresh. Salt, I need a tablespoon. I have made bread before and forgot to put the salt in, and oh, there's no coming back from that. I think one batch I might do the sugar, but you can use honey. Same amount of honey and sugar for the sugar, I mean. So I gotta use up this honey. I mostly use honey in my breads. All right, that got me 1/3 of a cup. And I always put the honey in after my oil so it'll come out better. If you guys remember, I've got a big bucket of bread flour, but I am running low, so I do need to get my hands on some. But I keep it in this bucket I got from Costco. But I'm gonna be sharing a video on food storage here in the next week and a half where I ordered some other buckets. I'm gonna share that with you. I ordered them off of Amazon, and how I'm gonna be storing flour that I buy in those big brown bags of flour, and my beans and things that I buy separately from like Walmart. So I'll be sharing that with you. But this is my bread flour, and I'm gonna get 5 cups of this in there. And then I'm just going to add an additional 5 cups of flour. And then I can add like 1/4 a cup of flour at a time if I need it, but this is looking good, not sticky at all. I'm going to stick the top on and let this go. And we're going to basically knead this for 12 minutes. Ooh, this dough is nice and like very warm. All right, now I am just getting this in a bowl and it's gonna double in size. I'm just gonna let it sit covered with a cloth in the microwave. And this dough will rise. This is gonna get really big because it's not in the bowl that I wanted to use. I'm sorting blueberries in the bowl that I usually like doing it in. It's that big red Tupperware one that I have. So this is gonna get really big in here. All right, this is going in the microwave to double, covered. I'm snacking on some semi-sweet chocolate morsels. I catch my kids doing that sometimes. Do yours do that? Uh-huh. Today, I'm seriously just in the mood to bake and be in the kitchen. There's times when I don't want to be involved in the kitchen and cooking, and I think it's maybe because I do so much of it that I'm like, I need a break. But I honestly love being in here, trying out new recipes, making recipes that we absolutely love. And I get inspired, and sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I'll make this later today, and it doesn't happen. So I'll make a list of things that I want to make. So it's just a fun day in the kitchen with the family. It is Sunday, so we do have church at home. So in just a little bit, we're gonna have our own little sacrament meeting, and then we do like to play games and board games. So, and I need to battle Derek in Yahtzee. If you guys have been with our channel for a while, you may remember that Derek and I play Yahtzees on Sundays. But it's been a little while, and he always wins. I get close, but he always wins. You're seeing me think through this process. I love days like this, where it's not necessarily planned out, but we're having fun. I'm having fun, and I'm making yummy things for the family. Also, I am gonna be cooking from this book right here. This is the Nestlé Toll House Best Love Cookie Cookbook. I actually found this at the DI for $2. So, I love it. 70 most requested cookies, bars, and brownies. 15 tips for foolproof cookies. So they do have their original Nestlé Toll House recipe. And it makes me think of Friends when Phoebe's like, a Nestlé, a Toll House. Or 2,000, something like that. Oh, every time I think of it, I think of that scene. So I was thinking of just making their original recipe because it's so good, never failed. But man, as I was like going through, I'm like, oh yum, oh yum, oh yum, oh yum. I love this book. I made many of these cookies and they've all turned out really, really good. And they're brownies, so. But the one cookie that did grab my attention, I'm a sucker for a peanut butter cookie. The chunky chocolate chip peanut butter cookies. I mean, come on. I mean, right? This book's falling apart. So this one does the flour, the baking soda, ground cinnamon, butter, salt, sugar, brown sugar, peanut butter, egg, vanilla, Nestlé Toll House, sweet, semi-sweet chocolate morsels, and 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped peanuts. I have peanuts, if you guys remember from my shopping haul. All right, I'm making these. I'm gonna start with these. I'm gonna start with these because, frankly, that just sounds amazing. So we're gonna start with the chunky, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna start with the chunky chocolate chip peanut butter cookie. Derek's gonna like this too. Let's make some cookies. All right, for this, I'm gonna need my cookie paddles. So I'm actually gonna use the beaters first, then move to the cookie paddles. I'm gonna add 1.5 sticks of butter. Nice softened butter. I need 1/2 cup of sugar, brown sugar, and I do believe I need to get more brown sugar for my food storage room. So I'll also need 1/2 cup of brown sugar. We're gonna use 1/2 cup of peanut butter, and I'm using Jif peanut butter because it's freaking amazing. I like using the Kroger brand that I buy from my food storage room. in recipes like this, but I just think Jif will be so good in these. But use any peanut butter you have. Am I a peanut butter snob? Uh-huh. I really am. I think, tell me what you think down below. I think Jif is better than Skippy. I don't remember tasting that Circus peanut butter, and I don't remember tasting the Peter Pan peanut butter. It's been like forever. But out of the two major contenders of Jif and Skippy, what do you like? All right, so I'm going to cream this together. All right, I'm also going to beat in an egg and a teaspoon of vanilla. So now I'm gonna combine my flour mixture, and I'm gonna need 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. That's what this big jar of it is. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. All right, just gonna give this a little mix. So good, this smells so good. All right, so now I'm gonna take out the beaters and put in the cookie paddles. Okay, I'm gonna add in my flour mixture very slowly. Okay, so I'm gonna take my peanuts, voila, and we're gonna do 1/2 cup coarsely chopped. Okay, I'm gonna add in my 1/2 cup of peanuts. I didn't blend the flour mixture all the way because we need to add the chocolate chips and the peanuts. Okay, and then we're gonna need 2 cups of the morsels. This is probably why it's called chunky, right? That going? Have your oven ready at 375 degrees. So, ungrease cookie sheet, they say, and they want, once you place them down, they want you to kind of flatten them. They have all these fun little tips in the cookbook to help you, and they talk about cookie care packages. And they say, when you plan to mail cookies, choose a recipe for firm cookies, avoiding soft, brittle, or delicate varieties. Cookies tend to taste fresher longer when made with regular stick margarine instead of butter. Really? I don't know about that. What do you think? After baking, cool completely, then wrap 2 cookies at a time, back to back in plastic wrap. Stack cookies snugly on end in a sturdy box using a filler such as bubble wrap, foam, packing pieces, or crumpled wax paper or paper towels to fill in extra spaces. Seal, label, and mail. If you guys mail out cookies, what do you do to help protect them? Okay, these are gonna bake for 7 to 10 minutes. I can't wait to try them. Here we go. All right, while those are in the oven, I'm gonna work on this guy. Look at this. Look at, oh, it is like tipping over. How awesome is that? All right, let's get you, yeah, there we go. These are gonna rise and double. I'm gonna keep my eye on them. I don't want them to get too big. But my cookies are done, so let's get those out of the oven. Ooh, look at those. All right, they're gonna sit here for 4 minutes and then I'll move them to a cooling rack. Oh, they smell so good. All right, I'm getting these in the oven. They are ready, 350 degrees for 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna take the tops off and let them bake for a couple of minutes with the tops off. Okay, this is going in the freezer to freeze up, and once they get to a really good point, I'll put them in a Ziploc bag, label them with the directions on how to bake them. One tray done. I think we'll end up filling up another tray like this, and that's a lot of cookies. Prepping the bird. Ooh, what you season them with? Roasted garlic.
Green Mountain Grills. Got some good rubs.
Roasted garlic and chipotle. Nice. Oh, it smells good.
Shut her up.
Alright, so I'm working on a grocery list as I'm noticing things that we need and are out of. So, and I usually keep it on the side of my fridge, but I recently went grocery shopping, so, but now I just started a new list of things that we need, and I'll be going grocery shopping later this week and with a menu plan, and I'll share it with you guys. Hi. Okay, so I have the same bag that I used last time to do the chocolate chip cookies. And I just want to make sure that it's the same temp and minutes. Thank you, Eric. We just grabbed the cookie sheets out of the freezer. They were in there for, I don't know, maybe 2 hours.
They're gonna stick together?
No.
They're not fully frozen.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want them partially frozen so I can put them in the bag and get them in the freezer so they don't clump up together.
Really?
That's the whole point of it. Yeah.
That makes no logical sense to me.
They're frozen, partially frozen, right?
Right.
So now I'm gonna put them in this bag and put that bag in the freezer. They're not gonna stick together. You know how every time you have gone in here and gotten cookies?
But they're still somewhat...
They're not sticky. They're not going to stick to each other.
Okey-dokey.
Have you pulled your hand, have you ever put your hand in this bag and pulled out a clump of cookie doughs? No. Trust me.
You said cookie doughs?
Cookie doughs. Don't you know?
That the new term for the day?
Listen, I make up words every day, and that's mine for today. So 375 for 9 to 11 minutes. It doesn't matter. We start out with 8, see where they go. So I can reuse the same bag. So we're gonna get all of the frozen balls in here. Because we used the last of these last week sometime, Derek, right?
Yeah, the week before.
Yeah, Derek was like, I want chocolate chip cookies. I'm like, so we've got a few left in that bag. It's been so nice. Then you don't have to take everything out and make a mess. Okay, the chocolate chip peanut butter cookies were delicious. Holy cow. That will last for a couple of days in our pantry. And then when we want good old chocolate chip cookies, we can have these. Now, did you guys notice that my eggshell dropped into the batter and then got crushed? There were big chunks. There were little chunks. But I went through there and I found them. If there is one in here, it won't hurt. But that has never, ever happened to me before. Oh, and I used wax paper to put these on. Sometimes I put them on my cookie sheet, but today I had a feeling to use wax paper, and I'm glad I did because they were kind of sticky. All right, going in the freezer. Yeah, chocolate chip cookies by NESTLÉ Toulouse. Phoebe.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Phoebe from Friends?
Yep.
I think her name was NESTLÉ Toulouse. Okay, I gotta get these in the freezer before they start melting, and then they will stick together. He's just getting the temp of, excuse me.
Yeah. Eat.
Oh, it smells so good. So what are we trying to get to? 165. Well, friends, that is it for me. I am pooped. The smoked chicken was delicious. The vegetables were good. The corn I did, that was the frozen corn that I got from Sam's Club. Just put it in a bowl with like a 1/4 cup of water. Microwaved it for like 5 minutes. Kind of moved them around in the bowl, and then another 5 minutes. So dinner was yummy. The bread was yummy. The cookies were yummy. Oh, it was such a nice day. So thank you so much for joining me. It's always fun having you here. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.
Toodles.